So a few months ago, I did a video called If You Let Yourself Go, Here's How to Get Yourself Back. And the video did really well. It got a little over 50,000 views, which is great for a channel my size. And on top of that, the feedback was overwhelmingly positive, which with any given video, I do feel like the feedback overall is very positive, but there was a different vibe to this one where it felt like every single comment I got was someone saying that they totally understood where I was coming from. They had gone through something similar. They were on a similar journey and they were trying to offer words of encouragement to other women who were on the same path. I just felt so, like at the time that I made that video, this whole high maintenance series thing was pretty new. And these were topics that I thought people might not want to really be super open to. So like I'm saying, I was just really surprised that that one was so well received, because I think if people had clicked on that video and they were not in a healthy place and they were not ready to hear it, then it wouldn't have been the case. But because there was so many healthy people with such a healthy attitude towards this subject, I thought this video deserved a part 2 where I could get into specifics about like tangible tips, hacks, products, mindset shifts, things like that, that women who feel like they kind of fall under the category of let myself go can pick up and start today if they want to. And if not today, tomorrow or at the end of the week. Like, these are quick things that don't require a 90-day glow up plan. Just little ways we can start feeling a little better about ourselves when we've kind of, you know, come out on the other side. And tough times and the kind of things that result in someone losing themselves, these things can be anything. So please don't think that whatever you went through in your life that kind of knocked you down off your feet, please don't think that just because it can't measure up to someone else's kind of catastrophe, please don't think that it means yours isn't as serious, because, you know, pain is pain, struggle is struggle. In the past 18 months or so, we've all had some version of struggle happening in our lives, I'm willing to bet. And the important thing isn't that we focus on the struggle. It's important we learn the lessons and move on. But as cliche as it sounds, the important thing is that we get back up and keep going. And again, as far as like feeling guilty and beating yourself up, don't beat yourself up if it's taking a long time to take a step in this direction. It's better late than never with most things in life. I personally went through a 6-year rough patch. You know, there were periods in that 6 years that I would say were a little bit more on an upswing than others. But overall, what made this rough patch, you know, span the length of 6 years really didn't have nothing to do with some of the events that were going on in my life, but it had a lot more to do with just kind of a trauma response that went on in my head during this tough time. And that's what took me a long time to get out of. That's what took me a long time to force my way out of. And I think it's a shame when people do that, because and I've talked about this before, self-care, my attitude about self-care and beauty and glowy showers and the high maintenance lifestyle, all that stuff sounds really superficial on the surface, understandably so. But really, at the end of the day, it is so much more than that to me. Taking care of myself, whether it's the appearance or my spirit or my mind or my health, those are, I talked in a video recently, those are like rituals I perform to pay respect to myself. Because if I'm not going to do that for myself, it's insane I would think anybody else is going to. So that is the energy of today's video. Super long intro, I know, but sometimes when I do part 2 videos, you guys would be shocked how many times people will come to YouTube and subscribe to you for one video and they won't watch a single other video until you expand on that first one. So that's what we're doing today. In case you were one of those people who really enjoyed that conversation and want to keep having it, that's what we're doing. So anyway, all that being said, if you are new here, make sure you are subscribed. You know you want to. If you are not new here, hey, what's up? How's your mom and them? Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Come hang out on Instagram. And you guys, my channel has been doing really great lately. I appreciate every single one of you who have contributed to that. But I just want to say, we grew by like 20,000 subscribers in like 6 weeks. That's pretty cool. And I'm so excited about it, but I would love to see us get to 200,000 by the end of the year. If you've been hanging out with us for a while, if this is not your first video here, you're obviously you liking what you see and what you're hearing, right? You want to come hang out with us. I get it. This is a great corner of the internet. Subscribe, join us, and if you want further conversations, bonus content in the book club, check out Patreon. All that information is down below. So this tip I'm going to give you guys first and foremost is quick. I've talked about it before, but for the most part, when it comes to my videos, I can't assume every single person has seen every single one and knows my position on every single thing. This might be the only video of mine you ever watch, so I'm trying to condense this into, like I said at the top of the video, day 1, What can I do to get myself back? And truly, one of the easiest ways you can do that is by learning how to elevate the everyday. I'm going to do a video talking about how to live glamorously. That's going to be kind of like how to elevate your everyday life. The things you do, like the way you drink your coffee, how you prepare your meals, how you entertain yourself or wind down at the end of the day. I'm going to talk about all different ways to level that up or elevate that. But since it's a self and like on beauty and actual beauty tips, the beauty tip I can give you surrounding elevating the everyday is to this is actually going to require a little bit of investment in yourself. It could be financial or it could be time, it can be whatever, but you're going to have to put your metaphorical money where your metaphorical mouth is here, because what I want you to do is to take all the things that you wear on a daily basis, whether it's the hair you wear, the hairstyle you wear rather, or the makeup that you wear, or the sweatpants that you wear, whatever it is, I want you to take it up a notch. I'm not even asking you to go full out the other direction. I'm not even asking you to take it from sweatpants to heels. I'm just asking you to take it from wholly worn down, threadbare sweats to maybe something like a nice matching separate or something that you can just put on and train your brain to associate with kind of an energy shift in your day. So I want you to think back to the person that you were when I say let yourself go. Who did you let go of? What changed really? Now, I said at the top of the video, it could be, and for me it definitely was, kind of a rough patch that I went through in life. But the rough patch in and of itself isn't what resulted in me letting myself go. It was decisions that were kind of motivated by being in a low vibration space during the time that I let myself go. And that happened by little things I did every single day, and by little things I started like not really worrying about anymore, and little things that I kind of start letting slide that I didn't let slide before, because I think that has a ripple effect. I was trying to do like a wave. It has a ripple. Don't do interpretive dance when you talk, Whitney. It's not cute. But it had a ripple effect. It went from me, I wouldn't leave my house without at least, changing into some jeans. That went out the window. And then it was I wouldn't go a whole day without a shower, and then that went out the window. So essentially what I'm saying is once you start to let go of these little things, you start letting go of bigger and bigger and bigger things, and that's how we lose ourselves. So elevating the everyday is about looking at our everyday and saying to ourselves, you know what, I don't have to solve all of this right now. I don't have to have all the answers right now, but I can stop wearing my grubby mustard stained t-shirt from summer camp in 2003 and put on something that represents the version of myself I would like to return to. And again, it could easily be a $25 matching separate set from Forever 21. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It doesn't have to be elaborate. In fact, when we talk about this kind of stuff, I would love it if you guys would stay away from extremes in every regard. I do not think solutions are found in extremes very much. I think they're found in small little changes in common sense. That's just how I feel. I can't prescribe anything to every single person that's watching this individually. But I think we all know when we're getting a little too slack on things that just really are only affirming for ourselves we're not worth the effort. And if you let yourself go, you've already been living in the I'm not worth the effort land, and you don't need any more help being there. So if every day you're wearing absolutely nothing on your face, you're just rolling out of bed and walking out the door, why don't we try slapping on a moisturizer? Let's start with the little tiny everyday habits to elevate. Maybe your bad habit, it was mine, was wearing my hair in a bun every single day, which was not cute because when I have a bun, I am having no fun. It either means I'm sad or I'm working out. Either way, I'm probably not having fun. No, I'm just kidding. I actually enjoy working out. But that leads me to my next point and my next tip, which is to work on your hair. They say a woman who changes her hair is a woman who is ready to change her life. And girl, it is a saying for a reason. It's so true. Every single woman in the world who has gone through a breakup wants to cut her hair. You move, you want to cut your hair. It's new year, new me. It's time to cut your hair. Like everybody gets into the hair when it's time to really embrace a new sense of self. And I get it, because one of the things that I focused on when I was trying to get myself back was my hair. It was like I went on a full-blown hair journey. You can do whatever you want with your hair. I'll throw you some suggestions, but I just say focus on your hair, because it's not our faces, it's not our bodies. It's something that we can invest a little bit more time and energy in. And maybe I'm alone here, but I'm just like like grooming. Just the act of like sitting here and brushing my hair is soothing to me. So that's why I'm suggesting it. But if you hate your hair and you don't want to, obviously pick and choose from this list what you prefer. But for me, it started by kind of acknowledging the bun everyday thing. In fact, my kid went to go make a Sims character of me. This is the biggest wake-up call for me. I was wearing black gym clothes and my hair was in a bun because that's what I did all the time. Huge let myself go energy. But once I kind of decided I wanted to stop doing that, I wanted a hair journey that spanned like the past 2 years. I was wearing clip-in extensions at that point for about 7, 8, 9 years or something like that. So my hair was always either up in a bun or I had 50 pounds of extensions in, but my real hair was dead. The extensions were dead. Like I could like make it look like I tried, but overall it wasn't a good situation hair-wise. So I got rid of the clip-ins, and for almost 2 years, I didn't wear them. I focused on learning how to grow my hair, how to heal my hair, how to repair my hair. I changed my hair. I was a brunette for a long time. Obviously, I'm not anymore. I just really had a vision for how I wanted my hair to be, and as silly as it sounds, working on it, focusing on it, taking care of it, and kind of embracing the change was weirdly symbolic of my metamorphosis throughout this time. You look back at my hair when this started and you look at it now, it's completely different, and I love it now, obviously. So this can look like anything, but I do think hair is easy to start with, again, because it's not clothes, it's not makeup, it's not your body. Those things can take a lot of energy and time, but hair, girl, you can hang out with me right now and make a hair appointment. If you haven't had a trim in 6 months, just go get a hair appointment. You don't have to get out the Pinterest board and to commit to new year, new you. Like I said, the answer is not in the extremes. Just go get a blowout. Just get a hair trim. Pause this video and go put a hair mask in and let it sit there while you finish this video. So yeah, in the past 2 years, I cut my hair short. I started getting highlights and slowly working on getting blonde. I really couldn't explain why I wanted it to be blonde, but I was on a journey and here we are. I've invested in really nice hair care products. I watch a lot of hair tutorials. I have like epic wash days. I got microfiber towels and silk pillowcases, and all of these things are not things I did the day I decided to take care of my hair. It was just little things I started throwing into my hair care routine, and overall, I think my hair is the best it's ever been. But just to be clear, these now are extensions. I am wearing extensions. I got some clip-ins not too long ago. These are not every day for me at all like they once were. I don't lean on them so heavily and feel so like naked without them. They're more like an accessory, and I'm not gonna lie, I just feel so bombshell with my hair and extensions. Like I just love it. I feel a lot more like myself right now when I wear them. So it's just kind of like exploring that and letting your journey through your hair be part of your glow up. Again, you can start it today. Today you can do something hair related. There have been times where I have suggested you guys embrace your natural stuff instead of trying to cover it up or make it fake. That's just food for thought. That's where I was then. It ain't where I am now. Beauty is fun. Beauty is play. Do not obsess about rules or anything like that. So if one video I'm saying, I don't want to do hair extensions, and the next video I am, don't work yourself in a tizzy about it. Look at that as me just finding my way. And you can do the same thing. It's actually like a lot of fun. But while we're talking about beauty, let's just keep on the beauty train really quick, because I have a beauty product to share with you guys today that I really got like in my head about how to make this video, because initially when this brand reached out to me, I had one type of video in mind for it. It's the one you're watching now. And then immediately I wanted to do a dedicated video to talk about this, because I know it is something you guys would like so much, but I just don't do dedicated videos very often. I will do one if you guys want me to at the end of this, if you want a full like demo, tutorial, in-depth explanation of this product. Happy to make it, because it's my favorite beauty product ever. Yep, you heard me, ever. So you guys know I love beauty devices, and a lot of times when I talk about like beauty routines and things to add to your beauty routine, I'm always talking about devices. In fact, with my hair, I'm now on hair devices. Like I got the Dyson blow dryer not too long ago. I'm finna get the Air Wrap. Like I love devices. I think they're one of the best things you can invest in for yourself. It's not like a product that eventually you're gonna have to run out of and replace. Like you're gonna have this for a while. Most devices come with warranties, all that good stuff. So devices, but if you wanna know the one I think everyone would love, but particularly the woman who just let herself go and who wants to get herself back, it is this baby right here. This is the MyoLift Mini from 7E Wellness. Now let me tell you guys really quickly a couple of things about this device before I tell you why I love it so much, just so you can understand why I'm so excited about this and this video and this partnership and everything in between. So basically, I think it was back in early 2020, I discovered a YouTuber named The Organic Esthetician. Her name is actually Katie. I'll link her information down below. I know I've talked about her before, but just in case you don't know who I'm talking about, all her stuff is down below. Anyway, great resource for skincare stuff if you like that kind of thing. But she likes devices too, and I have picked up so many devices because of this woman, and this is just another one. So back in 2019, when Katie, or The Organic Esthetician, was talking about the MyoLift, I had the NuFace, and I was pretty happy with my results there. I didn't really know anything about any other type of microcurrent device. I had only ever heard of the NuFace, right? I've had microcurrent done at facials and things like that, but microcurrent is one of those things that works better the more you do it. In fact, that's kind of the way that it is designed to work. It's a cumulative modality, so the more you use it, the more benefits you get. So I don't really think I want to go pay to have like microcurrent done by an esthetician regularly. But I knew the NuFace was like an at-home device, and I know there's only so much you can expect from an at-home device versus a professional one. So I did the microcurrent with the NuFace for about 2 years. Off and on for 2 years, I was doing my treatment. I could tell a difference. I noticed throughout videos, you guys, I look at my face all the time because of filming. So I noticed when things are working for me and when they're not. And I could tell the NuFace was doing a little something for me. So I would never write it off and say full blown the NuFace is full stop, not worth the money, because you will notice a difference. But I was actually on a call with the CEO of MyoLift about a week ago talking about this device, because I've never experienced anything like this in terms of not only a beauty product, but a facial device or any beauty device, which I love and I've collected and tried so many. Was not prepared for how good this worked. And I was telling the CEO about my experience with microcurrent, and I told her, like, you know, the NuFace is great, but I think the NuFace is kind of like when you introduce a new ingredient to your skincare. So for example, if you've never tried BHA or Retin-A, your skin is going to react to it. And because you've never seen that reaction, you're going to think Retin-A is the best ingredient ever. And it's a great ingredient, don't get me wrong. And that's kind of what it was like for the NuFace compared to this. When I used this, I kind of felt upset that I bought the NuFace. Because I didn't buy one NuFace, I bought 2 NuFaces. And I have gotten rid of both of them now because I have this. I will never go back. This is such a superior product. I could not say enough to this CEO on the phone the other day. Like, I couldn't say enough. She probably thought I was trying to blow smoke up her butt. But this is one of the best things I've ever used. And if you guys are looking for a product, particularly in the microcurrent field, microcurrent is all about helping your face maintain that kind of lifted, youthful look. Because as gravity and time come for us all, things get droopy and saggy and we might not like it. And I've noticed that in my face for a while. In fact, I had some consultations booked up for some procedures I was considering getting to combat this. And while I will probably still move forward with those eventually, I'm at least going to put a pin in that for the next 6 weeks while I finish my MyoLift treatment, because I am a week in and I cannot believe the results I am getting. I filmed a video last week and I just, this is going to sound so self-involved, but I just couldn't stop staring at myself. I couldn't believe, it was like I was looking at a face I hadn't seen in years, a younger face than I have seen in such a long time. And when we talk about things like getting yourself back, again, talking about extremes, some people are going to want to focus only on the outside when it comes to that. And then when you're only willing to focus on the outside and not focusing on your habits and your day-to-day behaviors, you might want to go to the extreme of plastic surgery right away, which I love plastic surgery. I'm not here to tell you not to do it. But what I am saying is things are a little more sustainable when you can take a more holistic, intentional approach to them. And a facial device, particularly one that works this well, gives you that opportunity and time to carve out for yourself. And every time you do it, you see instant results. That's one of the things about why I framed the video I did, because I know when you let yourself go, it could be like the hill you have to walk up to get yourself back. And it can almost be like you don't want to wait for the results, so you don't even want to bother doing it, as with everything on this list. But definitely with this, you're going to see instant results. So I'm going to say only two more things about this product, and then I'm going to go, because I could go on about it forever, and I probably will do a dedicated video if you want me to. But anyway, first thing I want you guys to know about that I did not know that the CEO told me the other day that blew my mind was that a lot of people, okay, when it comes to specifically their jawline. You know, jaw filler and things like that are so popular right now. And I can't say this is true for everyone, but a lot of people, I know it must have been true for me, can have like inflammation in the jawline that is kind of giving that kind of softer, not defined look. And microcurrent can knock that straight out. And it does, you guys. It totally does. She told me that and I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was like maybe seeing things like it was a placebo effect, because that was one of the things I noticed the most. I feel like my jawline looks so much sharper, which just makes the whole bottom part of my face look so lifted. It just, so I'm telling you that specifically if you're considering getting jaw filler, try this first. Try it first. You got nothing to lose. Just try it. But also the second anecdote I want to leave you with surrounding this product is that my best friend came into town to visit me. This is not a person who blows a lot of money on their beauty routine. She's very conscious about her purchases surrounding stuff like that. She came to my house. I told her about the product, made her try it out. She tried it out and she bought one right on the spot. Like, she could not believe it. But when I tell you that when it comes to like beauty treatments, beauty things you can do, beauty tips, I can't say it enough. You guys will hear me talk about this product nonstop, so just get ready for it, okay? Thought this would be a good opportunity to introduce it. I thought this would be a great addition to the video. I want to thank 70 Wellness for reaching out and gifting me this beautiful thing. I have seen the light. I will never go back. If you guys want your own MyoLift, check the down bar below, because on top of the fact that the MyoLift Mini itself is great, they sell lots of professional products if you're an actual esthetician. But even with the MyoLift Mini that you can have at home, you can get conductivity gloves that you can put on your hands and use your hands for microcurrent, which is insane. They have eye masks you can use if that's a particular area of concern, so it's totally hands-free. You just put the mask on and let it do its thing. Same thing for the mouth area. And they have something called the MyoLift Cutie, which is I'll have to put a picture of it over here. It's a small, compact, almost more like a NuFace style device, but it's so much better because you can plug in. Oh my gosh, I'm so relaxed, Whitney. Talking faster is not going to help your situation. We know you're excited. Calm down. You can plug the gloves into the QT. You can plug the eye mask and the lip mask into the QT. Again, link it all down below. Please, you guys, go check it out. If you have one of these, share your experience down below. Talk these people into it, because this is a game changer, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Let's move on. All right, one more beauty tip I'm going to give you guys that I do think will help you, but it's going to sound like such shameless self-promotion. But if you are new to my channel, if this is the first video you've ever watched, if this is only the second video you've ever watched, and the only other one you've watched is the first one about letting yourself go, if somehow you were unaware of what I do, hi, I'm Whitney Hedrick. I'm a former professional makeup artist, and I have tons of videos on my channel about how to perfect your makeup. Particularly what I want you guys to go to is the Makeup 101 series, because that breaks down brushes, both face and eye brushes. It talks about very detailed, in-depth eye makeup routines. There's multiple in-depth brow routines, maybe two. Multiple is a strong word, maybe two. There's complexion routines. There's tons of in-depth tutorials. A lot of tutorials, not all of them, are teaching you guys color combinations. These are like lessons, okay? So if you want to get started in makeup and learning how to apply it, definitely check out the Makeup 101 series. And also, if you're trying to get into beauty and you feel overwhelmed by all the products that are getting thrown at you and recommendations that come your way when you start looking into this, watch my How to Stop Buying So Much Makeup series. Because in that video, while I don't agree 100% with everything I said back then, because I was coming from a different place, I do stand by about 98% of it. That whole series is about marketing, understanding what beauty products are worth it and which ones aren't, kind of unpacking popular buzzwords, sales psychology, because beauty is a very fun thing for me, but I do recognize that for some people it can seem inaccessible and like a lot of trouble and not worth the trouble, because again, there's so much information and it can be very expensive. So if time or money are an issue for you as it pertains to makeup and beauty, definitely check out those two playlists, because I do think they're very helpful. They are some of my most popular videos. They've got amazing feedback. Tons of people have told me that I changed their makeup game with my 101 videos. So check them out, because while this video is about beauty tips, I didn't really see a benefit of like showing you how to bust out a brow, because I've done all those things a million times. But if you guys do want specific, like, I'm even thinking like 101 basic beauty stuff, because sometimes I just assume everybody knows the stuff I know about this kind of thing, but maybe not. If you guys have some very basic, like you want big sister advice for this kind of stuff, let me know down below. But like I said, there's tons of stuff on my channel about beauty. If you want tutorials, techniques, you want to see what kind of products I use a lot, those are all going to be down below. So if you're a woman who lost herself and wants to get herself back, the next thing you want to do is assess your vices. And this is something you can do today. You might not be able to break up with this vice today, but we're going to have to assess our vices, because as far as all the things we talked about so far, these are just kind of, I don't even want to say silly, but just simple, tangible, like you can touch with your hands and do something about it. But I also want to talk about how you got here in the first place, and I'm willing to bet it's because you found some coping mechanisms or some vices to deal with your tough time, the tough time that led you to letting yourself go. And because you're not examining your relationship with those vices or looking at them as vices even, you might not be aware of the fact that until you let them go, there's a good chance you're going to end up right back here again. Vices are essentially the thing we do to comfort ourselves. And depending on your relationship with your family or the way you were brought up or trauma you've experienced or any number of things, comforting yourself can be something that you dedicate a lot of time to. And this is where things get confusing, because I think a lot of people look at self-care and comforting yourself as the same thing. And while they should have a little bit of overlap somewhere in the center, self-care isn't always comfortable. It's not always going to feel like a warm, fuzzy blanket after a hard day. It's going to feel like a cold shower before you go on a run sometimes, where like it doesn't feel lovely, but it feels good to invest in yourself. A lot of people think self-care is pizza and wine and passing out on their vibrators. Like, those things are fun, okay? We love them. But it's not really self-care, it's comfort. We have to start thinking about what we do as acts of self-care or comfort. Yes, there are times for comfort. Everyone wants to be comfortable. You should have good self-soothing coping mechanisms, but some of us were never taught those, so the only way we know how to comfort ourselves is through vices. Vices can be anything from shopping to food to gambling to promiscuous activity to drinking to drama to gossip. Like, people have comment trolls. I'm convinced that's their vice. Like, online trolls, that's their thing. And yeah, that vice might have gotten you through some tough times, and it might be the way that you get your needs met and the way that you're able to consolidate the tough things that you've gone through, but it's a Band-Aid on a bullet hole, okay? I'm here to tell you that the best version of yourself, the version of yourself you want back, or the version of yourself you've never even seen and you want to create, is not going to be the version of yourself who is obsessed with being comfortable. Like, it's just impossible. Being obsessed with comfort is what got you in this position. Most likely, okay? I know there's a lot of things that factor into letting ourselves go. I know that. But I stand by I said what I said. You made decisions that got you here. You have to be real about what they are. And I'm willing to bet a lot of them were based in comfort. Because when you're going through a hard time, like, I know, I have anxiety and depression. I've talked about it many times. I know that your head becomes such a dark, uncomfortable place to be, and you can't get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a room that's uncomfortable and dark to be, and you can just walk out, you can't leave yourself. You can't get away from yourself. So people like to gravitate towards vices and things to give them comfort and to soothe them, but this is not the way. Soothing ourselves comes from caring for ourselves, and caring for ourselves looks like, I'm having a bad day, so instead of eating a pint of Ben & Jerry's, I'm going to have a delicious veggie sandwich with tomatoes, cucumbers, hummus, red onion, maybe some veggies, some tofurkey, and then I'm going to wash it down with like a big fruit smoothie, and then I'm going to drink, I don't know, 16 ounces of lemon water, and I'm going to stretch and do a good yoga stretch before I go to sleep. That is care. And it's hard to want to go there. When you're feeling bad, all of those things I just said sound like such work. They don't sound nice at all. It sounds like the exact last thing you want to do, but I'm telling you, that's what got you here. That's what got me where I was, okay? Maybe I'm assuming that you went down a similar path, but if what I'm saying resonates with you, then this is how you got where you are. You were going through a hard time. For me, it was pizza. Oh my God, was it pizza? Actually, it was more food than anything. It was, if I feel bad, food. If I feel good, food. If I'm bored, food. If I'm celebrating, food. Like, it was food was the answer to everything. I gained a lot of weight. I was really unhealthy. I was unhappy. Didn't like it. So once I started wanting to get myself back and turn back into the person that I know I am, the food had to stop. I could sit here and have all the food. Obviously, I'm not starving myself, but I could sit here and have all my reasons for why it shouldn't have to be the food, and why I don't want it to be the food, and why it's not that big of a deal if it's the food. The problem wasn't that it's food. The problem is that I was using it as a coping mechanism. Anything you use as a coping mechanism has the ability to become excessive, especially when you need a lot of coping. Coping mechanisms in a perfect world would be about as healthy as they can get. I've said before, if you can control what you do when you're bored and what you do when you're stressed out or sad, you are like a master of the universe, dude. You have to get real about what these vices are, because like I said, the difference between you and the person you want to be and the person you are probably are these vices. All right, guys, that is the end of this little video. As always, thank you to the patrons. I hope you guys found something useful in here. I would love to do videos in the future because, like I said, the response on the how to get yourself back when you let yourself go, letting yourself go must be kind of a concept or a subject people want to talk about. And I think letting yourself go can come from any number of things. And if you want me to make specific videos on like how to get yourself back after a breakup, how to get yourself back after losing your job, how to get yourself back after whatever, I can be more specific about this, because I was just trying to think of things that anyone could do in any situation. But I can think of specific things, like specific things you should do after a breakup, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again to 70 Wellness for everything, for absolutely everything, for changing my life, for allowing me to change y'all's life with this product. Thank you for the device. Thank you for the Zoom. I've had such a great time with this product and getting this video together. You guys will see a lot more of this device going forward. If you buy one, let me know down below because I want to celebrate with you. Yay! All right, guys, I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.